Hey, welcome to another episode 3 of Muay Thai 101 Basics of Offense Rear Power Kicks. Today we're going to be talking about how Muay Thai kicks differ from other martial arts kicks out there. I'm going to be teaching you the fundamentals of rear power kicks in 4 simple steps. I'm also going to be giving you 3 exercises to practice so you drill the movement into your muscle memory as quickly as possible. Also guys, please make sure to stay till the end of the video so you get some bonus tips that you definitely do not want to miss. Alright, but before we continue, I'd like to give a shout out to Eddie, Ace of Joe, iPro36235, Josie Jackson, and Florence. Thank you guys for commenting on my previous video. And the video is linked down below if you want to check it out. Also, I'd really appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and click on the notification bell icon so you get notified whenever I put out more content. So 2 things that I want to discuss, the difference between Muay Thai kicks and Taekwondo kicks. So Taekwondo kicks have more of a snapping motion, which is 1 point. So when they chamber their kicks, they snap and they completely retract their kick instead of going all the way through like how Muay Thai kicks do it. With Muay Thai kicks, they use their hip and they go through in an arcing motion as if they're going through their opponent or they're chopping through their opponent. So just to demonstrate, the Muay Thai kicks, they leave the hip and then the leg extends and follows, essentially. So, and that turning is obviously, what the fuck was that word? It is essential, so to speak, because obviously there's going to be a target there when you hit it, so you're not going to be turning around like that all the fucking time. Again, just to show you another angle. So I take my right hip or my rear hip and then I drive it through at an arcing motion. And then back. So you don't always want to turn around. You want to come back. So again, to point out the difference between that and a Taekwondo kick. Well, I don't practice Taekwondo, but yeah, you guys get the difference. You guys get the difference. Alright, so fundamentals in 4 simple easy steps starting from the ground up. So you want to go to your fighting stance, whether it's orthodox or southpaw. In this case, I'm an orthodox. You want to be loose on your knees, but I want you to focus on pivoting on the ball of your foot. So what you want to do is essentially pivot the ball of your foot. So while you're fighting stance, considering you're throwing your rear power kick, you want to pivot on the ball of your foot, and then you transfer that, the weight transfer goes to your hips, to your right hip, and you essentially drive that hip forward, okay? And then from there, you want to use your arms as balance as well. So using your arms as balance, so since you're on the ball of your foot, you're essentially going to be on the ball of your foot for a millisecond. So what you want to do is use your arms as counterweight, and then you switch your hands. Because you're driving, the force you're driving is at an arc or forward, using the right hand for balance. Okay, so apart from using your hand as balance, you want to switch your hands. So your right hand or your rear hand is going towards a direction opposite from where your kick is going. So essentially, to break it down as slow as I can. Okay, let me do that again. Okay, now I'll show you guys from this angle. Okay, and front, I'm gonna show you what I do with my pivot foot. Alright, so a little something extra about hand placement. What you want to do is try not to use your hands and then try kicking. And what's going to happen is you're going to want to use your hands as sort of counterbalance. So instead of like keeping your hands just here, just kicking like that, which it's harder for me to lose balance because I'm just so used to like using the hands for counterweight. So instead of doing that, you wanna, so for fighting stance, let me break it down slower so you guys get the movement. For fighting stance, you wanna transfer your weight. So you wanna put slight of your weight, or a little bit of your weight on the ball of your foot. You wanna switch your hands to get that pivot going or that hip force drive going, and then so from there, step. So as soon as I step, you want to, or as soon as I transfer my weight, you want to switch your hands as a counterweight or counterbalance, and then I go this way. So I'm not essentially going down, I'm going this way because I'm kicking through the opponent. Your opponent's not lying down in the air or something, so you're not kicking upwards. You want to kick through the opponent, you're kicking this way. Here. If you do it, if you use your weight or your hands correctly as far as counterbalance goes, you're definitely going to notice a shift in weight, and you're going to notice that it's easier to keep yourself balanced once you do it. So from here, and it's so much more smoother compared to not using your hands, which it also feels awkward. Alright, so let me show you 3 simple exercises to help you get accustomed to moving with your hips and putting everything together. Alright, exercise number 1, you want to be able to get that weight distribution going. Okay, so almost as if you're simulating a fake or a fake kick, as Muay Thai practitioners go about it. So you want to distribute your at least like half or 50% of your weight onto your lead leg, just so you get that feeling of distributing your leg back and forth. So once you get that done, you want to raise your heel on your lead leg, so you essentially put the weight on the ball of your foot, and then you go back and forth like that. To make things more realistic, you want to walk around almost like you're shadowboxing, but without, obviously without the hands. You just want to be loose on your knees and Alright, so exercise number 2, you want to go back to your plank stance, and you just want to be able to rotate on the ball of your foot without you kicking the leg at play. So, just do that, like you're a ballerina dancing. Okay, so you essentially want to be able to do that, and just have your weight at the center of the ball of your foot. So it's almost like the ball of your foot is the pivot point. Obviously, you want to be able to put the weight on the ball of your foot, and you want to be able to rotate off of that. So I don't know if you ever saw that tourniquet that goes around and it's just bounced on one point. It's a bad analogy, but whatever. So it's easy to bounce on the ball of your foot and have your weight fluctuate in and out or around the pivot point, which is the ball of your foot, but you want to be able to get that down and using your hip to drive 360 without having your leg at play. So when you do have your leg at play, it comes naturally, if that makes sense. So again, you want to lead with your hip and then you want to turn 360. So, okay. Also, again, if you like, you can have your arms and you can use it as counterbalance. So it'll definitely help with driving your hip forward. Again, let's do this angle. Okay. And let's move on to exercise number 3. Alright, so exercise number three. Go back to your plank stance, and you want to raise your rear leg and foot. You want to raise it this way, and you essentially want to have that split second of going on the ball of your foot from your base leg and take that rotation to basically use your leg and kick. So from here, you want to drive your hip forward and around whilst rotating on the ball of your foot. Okay, so execution-wise, you want to raise, and then obviously you gotta keep your hands up, otherwise you're gonna be fucking falling all over the place and shit. So you want to raise, and you want to get your hip way this way, and then your leg follows. So to do that a bit faster, you want to raise. So when you drive your hip forward, you're basically gonna be raising your entire leg and foot, and that's where the power is gonna be coming from. So a little side note and a tangent, the power comes from the ground up. So you're along with your weight transfer and pivoting off the ball of your foot, all the power is centered into your hip, and your hip is used to, almost like you're swinging a baseball bat, your hip is used to swing your entire leg around. If that makes sense. So give that a shot, guys, and let's move on to the bonus tips. Alright, so as a bonus, I'm going to give you 3 combinations that you can set up using the rear body kick or rear power kick. 3 combinations where you use your boxing first, and that sets up your rear power kick. So combination number 1 is a regular, simple jab and power kick. So let me demonstrate for you. So plank stance. So depending on your flexibility level, you want to go through. The higher you can reach, the better, just so you can stretch those hip flexors and those adductors as well. So again, you want to be able to incorporate that shift in body weight too. So just so you can get the feel for being able to shift your weight back and forth. So jab, rear, power kick. So as you noticed there, I spun through the first time, and the second time I just kind of flicked my kick, but still put my hip into it, so the power's still there. Okay, moving on to combination number 2. All right, so combination number 2, we're moving on up, and we're gonna add a left hook right before the rear body kick. So what you want to do is jab, left hook, and that essentially loads up your rear body kick, or rear power kick, considering you're at that cock position ready to launch your rear power kick. So just demonstrate. Again, this time without going around 360. Again. So, going around another angle. Okay, let's move on to combination number 3. All right, so combination number 3, we're gonna be adding a right straight, or a rear straight, or a right cross, or a cross, whatever you want to call it. So with that, you chamber everything, and everything just connects smoothly, and let's get onto it. So jab, straight, hook, and rear power kick. So a little bit faster. Again, this time without going around 360. And let me show it to you from this angle. Again. And that's all, guys. Alright, thank you for watching. Main takeaway from this video, go slow, quality over quantity. You wanna go through the steps, not jump from point A to point Z. Make sure to rewatch this video if you have to, and hit me up on my socials. I'll link it down in the description below. It's the easiest way to reach me, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment down in the comment section as well. Give this video a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it, and subscribe to my channel too if you like this content, if you want me to put up more stuff in the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.